Oh my goodness!
Unbelievable. Have you ever imagined being caught in the middle of a massive earthquake? The ground beneath your feet begins to tremble, and within seconds, the world around you is thrown into absolute chaos. Buildings sway precariously, walls crack, and the earth seems to roar with a deep, terrifying sound. The sheer power of the quake is staggering as it shakes homes to their very foundation. You could almost feel the vibrations running through your body, making it impossible to stand steady as the earthquake intensifies. Everything around you begins to crumble. Streets split open, revealing gaping chasms, and entire structures collapse into heaps of rubble. The air is thick with dust, and the ground beneath you feels unstable. As if it could give way at any moment, the scene is nothing short of apocalyptic. What was once a thriving neighborhood is now reduced to a landscape of twisted metal and shattered concrete. Incredible. Imagine standing helplessly as floodwaters rise rapidly around you, transforming the world you know into a watery nightmare. The rain pours down relentlessly, and within moments, streets turn into rivers, sweeping away everything in their path. The water is murky and fast-moving, carrying debris and entire trees along with it. The sheer force of the flood is overwhelming, engulfing homes, cars, and anything else that stands in its way. As the water levels continue to rise, you can feel the cold, relentless pressure pushing against you, making it difficult to move or even breathe. The sight is terrifying. Buildings that once stood tall are now submerged with only their rooftops visible above the waterline. The floodwaters surge with unstoppable power, swallowing entire neighborhoods and leaving behind a trail of devastation. This is so intense, the magnitude of the destruction is hard to comprehend. And it's a sobering reminder of how quickly life can be turned upside down by nature's fury. This is so intense. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, what we're witnessing right now is nothing short of mind-blowing. Floodwaters are raging with an intensity that's hard to believe. Look at that. Rivers of muddy water cascading down from the mountains, like a tidal wave of destruction sweeping away everything in their path. Those houses on the riverbanks don't stand a chance one moment. They're there, the next poof, gone, as if the river just decided to claim them as its own. Oh no, now, as the floodwaters reach the city, it's turning streets into raging rivers, the water's rising fast, folks, over a meter high. Now, this isn't just a bit of rain. This is like someone turned the city into Venice overnight, but without the gondolas and the romance. Just look at that. Cars are being swept away like toy boats disappearing into the murky depths. It's like a scene from a disaster movie, but it's happening right here, right now. Incredible. And it's not just the streets. The floodwaters are pouring into underground parking garages, turning them into underground lakes. Cars are bobbing around like they're in a giant washing machine, and there's absolutely nothing anyone can do. Oh my gosh, the panic is real, folks. You can see people scrambling, trying to salvage whatever they can before it's too late. Let's be honest, once the water's that high, game over for anything left behind. Can you believe this? The sheer force of the water is absolutely terrifying. It is as if the river has come alive, hungry for anything in its way. And those poor people, just imagine the shock and fear they must be feeling right now, seeing their homes, their cars, their whole lives getting swept away in the blink of an eye. It's absolutely heartbreaking. And yet the power of nature is so awe-inspiring that you can't look away. Wow, I mean, this is the kind of thing you only hear about here. It is happening right before our eyes water, just keeps rising. The streets are now completely submerged, and who knows what's going to happen next, folks. If this in a reminder of how unpredictable and unstoppable nature can be, I don't know what is stay safe out there. This is one for the history book.
The United States Geological Survey confirmed seismic at 12:04 p.m. local time, with its epicenter located in El Calvario, at Travel, Colombia, again later on evening. The region is recognized for its heightened seismic activity, largely on August 17th, a 6.3 magnitude earthquake rocked the Colombian capital Bogotá, followed by a series of aftershocks that shook the region. The occurrence of the quake, shedding light on the scale of the seismic activity. According to the Colombian agency, the earthquake occurred
The hailstorm began at about 9 in the morning and lasted for more than an hour. Ice storms the size of a damaged many cars, windows and roofs of buildings.
Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, you won't believe what you're seeing here. It's as if the sky has decided to go on a rampage. Giant hailstones are raining down like cannonballs, smashing everything in sight. Look at that. Cars are getting dented beyond recognition, windshields are shattering like they're made of sugar glass, and rooftops are taking a beating. They'll never forget. Can you imagine these hailstones aren't your regular ice pellets? They're monstrous, the size of golf balls, maybe even bigger. It's like someone's having a snowball fight with boulders up there, and we're caught right in the middle of it. Ouch, every single one of those hailstones is hitting the ground with the force of a jackhammer. And just listen to that sound, it's like 1,000 drums beating at once, echoing through the streets. Wow, just wow, look at that tree. It's being stripped of its leaves as if it's in the middle of a blizzard. The branches are snapping off like twigs under the relentless pounding of ice. And those poor folks trying to find cover. Oh no, they're running for their lives, dodging hailstones like they're in some kind of action movie. This is insane. No one could have prepared for this incredible. Now the hail's turning the streets into a chaotic mess of ice and debris. It's like someone dumped a truckload of marbles everywhere. Cars are skidding, people are slipping, and there's no end in sight. Look at that roof completely caved in under the weight of the hail. Just like that. Gone, the sheer power of the storm is absolutely mind-boggling.
Hailstones the size of pigeon eggs. Disaster.
Can you believe it? The entire landscape is being transformed into an icy battlefield. There's nowhere to hide. Those hailstones are relentless, and they're not stopping for anything. The damage is going to be massive, and you just have to feel for the people caught in this. Wow, this is the kind of storm that leaves you with a story to tell for the rest of your life if you're lucky enough to get through it. Unscathed, amazing nature is putting on one heck of a show today, folks. Let's hope everyone finds shelter, because this hailstorm is a force to be reckoned with. Keep your helmets on, because this isn't over yet. Oh, you have to see this. The hailstorm just won't let up. It's as if the sky is dumping a mountain of ice on us and there's no escape. The ground is completely blanketed in white, but don't be fooled. This isn't snow. It's a layer of solid, unforgiving ice. Look over there, that car, now just a crumpled, dented mess, can barely be recognized. And the sound, oh, that sound, it's a deafening roar as hailstones continue to pound down, like a relentless drummer solo shaking windows, rattling rooftops and making everyone run for cover. Wow, just wow. And if you thought it couldn't get any worse, think again. Those hailstones are now piling up, blocking drains and causing water to back up on the streets. It's like the storm is throwing everything. It's got at us first. The hail now flooding from all the ice melting. The streets are turning into icy rivers and cars are struggling to make it through this frozen nightmare. Can you believe this? What a sight people are huddling under. Anything they can find. Store awnings, bus shelters, you name it, just to avoid getting pelted by these icy missiles and those poor trees. Look at that one completely stripped branches snapping off like matchsticks under the relentless assault. The damage is catastrophic, and yet it's impossible to look away from this display of nature's raw power. Unbelievable. This is one for the record books, folks. A hailstorm of this magnitude isn't something you see every day, and it's leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. Let's just hope it passes soon, because if this keeps up, there won't be much left standing. Stay safe out there, and remember, sometimes the best place to be is indoors, when nature decides to put on a show like the